Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome, Top of the Morning 2. This is Jay Will. I'm the CEO of Top Flight Assistance, and I wanted to come with a message about failure. Failure and inventing are really inseparable twins, guys. Failure and inventing are inseparable twins, and nobody wants to fail. Nobody wants to have their hat handed to them, and nobody wants to be told, hey, what you did was wrong. And it seems like everybody and their mama is out there waiting, watching, hoping in some cases that you're gonna fail, so that they can turn around and grab your hat off your head and say, here you go, stick it to you, right? And say, I told you so. And so, you got to understand something, though. You got to get extremely disciplined at accepting failure, at wanting failure. Honestly, you have to get incredibly good at saying, you know what? I embrace failure, because failure and invention are inseparable. Okay, you can't have pioneering and inventing, and you can't be innovative, and you can't be bringing the things to the forefront of society that nobody's ever heard of or nobody's ever seen before, or you can't deserve all these accolades of, wow, you created this amazing thing, or you developed this amazing thing, or you brought a team to the next level. You can't have any of that without being innovative and without being strategical and methodical, and at the end of the day, without going through massive failure. So, that's one thing that you guys gotta understand is failure is absolutely necessary. And this idea that you're not gonna take risk and that you're not going to try things that you haven't tried before, is ludicrous, guys. It's honestly ludicrous, and the way to get to the next level is failing your way to the top. And you have to be willing to be risk averse, not failure averse, and that's scary for a lot of people, because I've realized over the past 10 years, that I've been able to be in a situation where, more than 10 years actually, now that I think about it, probably close to 15 years that I've been risk averse. And whether that means that I was willing to, fly in a helicopter being shot at for $20,000 a year, $30,000 a year for the military, and I can remember some of the instances where we would be flying a helicopter and by choice, pretty much shut off the engines so that we're falling out of the sky. Okay, you're ultimately dropping. We call it auto rotating, and you're basically dropping the centrifugal force of the helicopter so that you purposefully fall out of the sky, so that you can understand what the risks are, and you can also understand that there are systems in place and there are things in place for you to be able to leverage that will keep you ultimately from dying. They might not keep the helicopter from crashing into the ground, but it will keep you from dying. And so what that means is you are willing to take on risk. And I was able to learn that at a very young age, going into sales and understanding that, hey, you know what, you don't have a guaranteed paycheck. And that if you want to eat, it requires work. And you eat what you kill, right? That doesn't mean that you eat what you want to kill or whether you hope you kill. You only eat what you kill. And, that's the sales environment. And the same thing goes for network marketing, building a big team, and having to rely on your skill set in doing that, and taking the team to the next level and pushing products and services out into the marketplace when a lot of times they don't necessarily want it or they're not asking for it. They need it, and in some instances, obviously, there's large amounts of people that want your product or service, but not everybody. It's not ultimately clear what demographic, what location, what avenue is the right way to go about that. So you got to go out boldly, bravely into the market and do shit that stirs up drama, that stirs up failure, that stirs up people coming into your face saying, hey, get out of my face, or you're doing it the wrong way, or we don't want to hear about that anymore. You got to be willing to go through the nose. One of my business heroes, Jeff Bezos with Amazon, you know, he went out and he had to raise $1 million capital for Amazon.com, right? He had to raise $1 million, and he had to take 60 meetings, guys. 60 meetings, and this is after Amazon was already starting to be successful. He had to take 60 meetings in which 40 people told him no. 40 people said, get the hell out of my office. This will never work. You're just a wannabe Walmart online. You're a wannabe Walmart, and this is not going to happen. Well, kudos for him to continue on boldly going through those failures, because without which a lot of you guys wouldn't have the packages being sent out to your house effortlessly like it is today, guys. So I hope you got some value out of this message. Go boldly into failure. Don't be afraid. Be methodical, be analytical, be willing to be strategical about the choices that you make. But at the end of the day, if you're not after failure, if you're not after experimentation, if you're not after innovation, you will be lost. You will be overcome, and you will succumb to the bullshit of society, which is the average. Okay, you're gonna accept average results, and you're gonna accept average in your life, and you're not gonna do anything substantial, because the people that accomplish substantial things are the ones willing to take substantial actions, but they're also the ones willing to accept substantial failure, and at the cost of your ego. That's what it comes down to. At the cost of people giving you your hat in hand. And that's the worst thing that's gonna happen, guys. You're not gonna die. You're not gonna fall over. You can't, nobody passes out from working hard, right? Nobody dies from working hard. You're just gonna get tired, and you're gonna hear a bunch of bullshit and negativity from people. That's all that's gonna happen. So once you recognize that, and once you accept that that is what it is, that's the cost of being successful. That's the cost. There's gonna be a price to pay, and it's gonna be an average life, or it's gonna be an amazing, innovative lifestyle that you had to pay the price for with your work ethic and with failure. Either way, you're gonna pay the price one way or another. So either way, guys, I hope you got some value out of this conversation, this car talk. All right, hopefully you guys got some value. Hopefully you're having an amazing day. I'm sure you will. I know I'm going to. Look for the gems of the day. Plan it out, take risks, be willing to accept failure, and don't let anybody steer you away from your dreams, guys. So I'll see you guys all at the top, or from the top. This is Jay Will, CEO of Top Flight Assistance. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.